show, everyone. Hope you're going good, having a good Thursday night. Hey, keep the applause going. Fletch, Ronnie and Billy Moore. Now, hey, Billy, we're going to talk about the Perth Bears in a second, but big show ahead, so let's get straight into it. 16-10 Storm over the Eels. Hindy, I know they lost the game, and yes, it was a tough, scrappy game. And Eels come up with a lot of errors, but, mate, I'm telling you again, the improvement in this side, they got their dukes up again.
Yeah, Matthew, huge improvement again from the Eels. Everyone kind of wrote them off tonight. But Melbourne Storm, I think, is still a little bit scrappy. But the Eels, every time they seem to get into a bit of good ball, there'd be a mistake. They'd apply a bit of pressure. They'd get down there. They look like they're about to, scoring opportunity, and they'd knock it on, or there'd be a forward pass, or just a mistake. So, and when you do that sort of stuff against the Melbourne side, that's what they can do. They come down the other end quite quickly.
And you know what happens there, Hindy, a lot of times, as you know, they get to training and you go through all your sequences, and a lot of those sequences are about passing into the line. Then you arrive on the night and it's slippery and wet. You've got to know when to adjust and change. There was a lot of pass in the line which led to errors, but all in all, though, Melbourne, I know without Jerome Hughes, they got the job done, but again... Well,
it's like what Brandy just said then, coming off the end of that game, they're commentating, he said they're going to worry a lot of sides at the back end of this year, the Eels. So, and I suppose that's what Rolsey wants. He doesn't want to go, throw the white flag in the air and give up and let's concentrate on next year. Yeah. He's looking to try and get some stuff set out now and start the season flying.
You can see the green shoots are there, a lot of positives. I like the defensive structures.
Yep.
Terrible start of the year. You can see what Riles is doing, what he's trying to get there. It's happening. Mitchell Moses, obviously, a breath of fresh air. But I can see some of those young guys coming through. They'll get such a big learn out of 25. I reckon they're semi-finals around about in 26.
I reckon so too.
Yeah. I think Riles got a bit of a headache though with Papali'i at fullback. It was his, he's a fullback anyway. They tried to play him in the halves up there not long ago. He's had 2 games back at fullback. Yeah, and he's impressed. I know Yongi's been very good as well.
Yongi's been their best player this year.
He has, yeah.
It'd be interesting. I mean, if you can make that work, if you look at some of the very best sides, the 6 and the 1 are interchangeable. It's just having to pick up your defensive responsibilities. Munster, Fletch, Money's had a very difficult last few weeks, but... mate, just his calmness and ability to know where the ball needs to go was different.
Yeah, and he had the extra pressure of the kicking game with no Jerome Hughes. He laid that one on pinpoint perfect for Xavier Coates. But it's just a different Melbourne. We've discussed this before. At night, they're a totally different team, aren't they?
Yeah.
When they get down to Melbourne, they play in the daytime. Their confidence in throwing the ball, I don't know whether they got the yips at night or what it is, but against the Chooks last week, very similar sort of game. It wasn't until the last sort of 10, 15 minutes that they really, they poked their nose in front.
They've evolved in a different direction. Like they're as far as, if you look at the history of the Melbourne Storm sides under Craig Bellamy, this side's got the most points in them. In a dry day, they just rattle out the points that happens, but they can't graft and grind like the other teams. No. They've just moved in different directions.
Well, I think that's got to do with the new rules too.
True.
You know what I mean? Like the 6 agains and stuff. And sorry, mate.
So they've always been the most pragmatic team to evolve with the rules. But at the moment, they just seem to be off the pace. But in saying that, they're coming second.
Yeah.
So the bar for them is different to most other clubs. Yeah. But for some reason, like you're talking about the lack of the grind, to me, the Storm's always been a team that can win the comp with just their defence. Yeah. At the moment, they're trying to flick it to the attack. I just think it's the most open season I've seen. Well, and coming at the back end of the finals, they'll be against other sides like the Dogs, like Penrith. It'll be a grind-a-thon. Yep. I'm just not sure whether they can stick with them.
I tell you the bloke who's going good, Billy, and when Stefano went to the Storm, everyone expected that he'd just go through the roof immediately. It's taken a little bit of time, but the last 2 weeks, he has looked sensational. And last week was the best I've seen him perform in the Storm jersey. Tonight he was better.
I thought tonight was better. He's found a bit more leg speed. He's found that bump. He had a really good carry just before Coates scored that try. He carried down the short side and left about 4 or 5 on the ground. And that's what we're expecting from him. He's a big unit. He's a big boy. They've been able to wrap him. He was getting too close to the ruck, and markers were just picking him off quite easily. He found a bit of room tonight. This is that run I was talking about where he skittled a few. That's what we expect from someone that big with that much power.
You feel after Origin, because Origin game 3,
he got some stick.
It was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's probably just thought, I'm an Origin player. I need to prove it.
I reckon they need Nelson back though. If you're going to say we're going to win the comp, I reckon last year GF they missed Nelson.
Yeah, they did.
Utoikamanu with Nelson, the team, will go up another level.
I tell you, but with Stefano, he's put a little bit of his size back on again. I reckon like
Says
that.
you.
Hey?
Says you. Look at this.
Mate,
Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
how much you benching, guys? That's what it changed in the show.
Cotton
How
buds,
much you
cotton
benching? But I reckon when he started the year, like he'd lost that hard pre-season, they'd taken a bit of timber off him, and I reckon it pulled a little bit away from his game. He's got a little bit back on.
Yep.
It looks good. I tell you, Ryan Pappenhausen didn't even have blood through the night. Couldn't kick a cow in the guts tonight.
Hit the post twice,
But
though.
the good thing, Bellyache didn't care.
No, he was sweet with it.
Quite relaxed about it.
He was sweet with it, yeah.
This was his second attempt.
He didn't walk away.
Yeah.
Well, he's been out for a month.
But he's kicked 82% all year.
Yeah.
Just one of those nights.
He misses the next one
Parramatta
as well.
Stadium, they've got the you get the voodoo dolls out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I love Foxy here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
I've got to
shit, here
catch
we go.
this. Yeah.
Does that mean he loses the kicking duties?
Well, they gave it to Nick Meaney, the last attempt, so he did.
Bellyache's just having a laugh.
Yeah.